Under Article 1, recognition and scope, specifically
Okay.
Article 1C of
Okay.
the TWU, there's language pertaining to look-back reports and scheduled
Yeah.
departures. These company reports provide the TW information pertaining to de-staffed cities,
Yeah.
which can become restaffed when they reach 7,300 and above annual departures. So the question is, aren't all flights dispatched as American?
We still, because of what's going on in the IMTW, the association, we still are on one joint contract. And so,
No, it's a simple question.
Yeah.
All flights are dispatched as American Airlines, yes or no?
all flights are dispatched as American Airlines, and all flights, right, that we operate are also bound by work rules from the TW and IAM contracts that we have a heck of a time trying to figure out. And you know what? We will abide by those rules. And you know what? If there's a reason and a rationale for bringing back people as a result of those existing agreements, but I'll tell you what, the best thing that we can do is actually get a scope clause that says, hey, here's how we operate jointly. Because the more we say we're okay operating IAM and TWU and not joining things, the more this is just complicating and holding people back from where they want to work and where they want to live.
I understand, but unfortunately, right now, as a president, I can only operate under the Transport Workers Union contract that exists for us at this time. So my question is, what guidelines or authorization allows American to provide flight schedule reports that separate or divide departures as Legacy AA and Legacy US?
I'm going to have to, let's see, what do you call it? Phone a friend here, Jim Wheel. I could use some help on this one.
Yeah, and again, this is what Richter's referring to is Article 1C in the fleet agreement. It also exists in the mechanic agreement for facility and GSE. But historically, and again, as Robert touched on, we do look at separate metal for scope purposes, meaning if it's legacy U.S. aircraft, we've got to comply with that scope clause that has IAM mechanics working on it or IAM fleet service, unloading, loading that airplane. And so historically, the departure thresholds laid out there refer to mainline legacy AA aircraft. And we've been reporting that for as long as it's been in the scope clause. And we provide that because there's certain triggers that if we hit a certain amount of departures on an annual basis, then we're going to restaff. And we just recently did that in Philly, or we'll be doing that in Philly with fleet service, and we'll also be doing that in Philly with facility maintenance. So that, but there's just a difference of opinion on this. I mean, and actually there's a grievance on file that eventually, if taken forward, we'll answer that question.
Victor, there's no. We want to comply, and we will take a look. But
It's the reports of American Airlines that we've received in January are per the contract 7,300 and above. Philadelphia, former 501 station, has reached that level. It's been January. When is the company going to send out those recall letters? It's almost 6 months already. Can you answer that one, Jim?
Well, I think we did reach agreement, with the International TW on Philadelphia Fleet Service staffing. And I don't know, Lynn, when are the recalls going out? When are they expected? Yeah, probably sometime this summer, Victor.
Because I haven't spoken to anyone, and I'm the president of the local.
Sometime this summer?
What's that?
Sometime this summer, did you just say?
Yeah, the recall letters will be going out.
In January, you broke the threshold.
Gary?
Forget airways. In January, you broke the
so, hey, Gary, Gary, we'll.
That's the problem, though, Robert. You break a rule in January, a contractual provision.
Yeah,
You don't say, we'll get around to it in the summer.
Gary,
That's the problem.
Gary, I don't.
You just said it.
I
You
don't.
just said it. That's what we're trying to understand.
Gary, there's a process to everything that we have, and I'll tell you what, we will abide by the contract, and we'll get it there. Believe me, again, the answer to this question is not what you're talking about. The answer is getting a team together.
Wait,
Okay.
I agree on two things.
Yeah.
Two points.
Okay.
One, you said you want to get people to where they want to be and where they will
I
be.
do.
Okay, then that needs to be addressed immediately.
Then we'll get
That's the first.
and we'll work on that.
The only way we get to where
Yeah.
you want to be
Yeah.
is by you getting your team to the table, because the association will continue to say,
Right.
we will meet whenever, wherever, for however long
Yeah.
you guys want to meet, to get a deal done.
Gary, if we don't come together, the meetings don't help, and we're not coming together. And look, the mediation that we've done, it shows it. I hope that we can, but it's going to take some time. Okay, let's go.
Believe yourself if you desire to undermine our scope.
Let's.
Come together.
John, I have no desire to undermine your scope.
We have
Okay.
about 10
We
minutes
only-
left.
One more question.
No, Victor,
can I-
Victor, no.
Victor, just
Victor,
one
no. This
second.
is for courtesy for everybody else in
Just
the room.
one moment.
Yeah, okay.
Does anyone else, I understand there are a lot of
Right.
people in the room. Does anyone else have a question? John, we can come right back to you if no one else has a question, but we have 10 minutes. There's a question in the back.
Oh, we got back here. Yes, sir.
Give me 1 second to get you a mic.
Thank you for coming, guys.
And Robert,
Yeah.
most of these guys got 30
Test,
years
test.
in this company.
I-
Don't forget that.
Thank you.
This is our company.
Yeah.
We've been here a long, long time, and we'll be here all the way into the future.
And Gary, thank you, and I appreciate the service, and
LGP will be taking our jobs out of the
thank you. I appreciate the service, and believe me, and I know we have, team members that are walking out, but again, this is taped, and the one thing I want to say is I do have, incredible confidence, and then, that is a team that, look, they're trying to represent their folks as best as they can. We got to figure out how to get to a deal, so.